Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode number 82 on AONIM, Appreciation of North Indian Music with Shekhar Pathak. Thank you for joining and continuing to support this channel. For the last few weeks, we have been talking about some of the most popular rag that are based on Kalyan That. Today, we will be talking first about one of the most popular gharanas of Khayal Gaiki, known as Kirana Gharana, followed by an introduction to Raga Kedar. So stay tuned. Welcome back, friends. As I said earlier, we'll start our conversation with Kirana Gharana style of Gaiki. The name Kirana has been derived from the town of Kirana in Uttar Pradesh, which is the birthplace of Ustad Abdul Karim Khan. Ustadji, however, was not the one who gave birth to this Gharana. The roots of this Gharana are traced back to 13th century musician known as Gopal Nayak. Abdul Karim Khan Sahab, however, made this Gharana extremely popular. Khan Sahab was one of the most popular singers of 19th century who visited the courts of Mysore regularly. He was quite influenced by the Carnatic music and brought in some elements of that tradition into this style. Many singers then from Karnataka were influenced by him, including Pandit Bhimsen Joshi. So let's look at the style of this Kirana Gharana. The focus is always on individual notes. The higher notes are rendered with lots of emotions. Swartan is another characteristic of this Gharana. The choice of ragas often include the rag with Re Komal or second flat note. Rag like Todi, Lalit, Puriya, Marwa, Komal Rishabhasavari are a few examples. Famous singers apart from Ustad Karim Abdul Khan Sahab are playback singers Muhammad Rafi, Sarangi player Pandit Ram Narayan, singers Dr. Prabha Atre, Hirabai Barodekar or Hirabai Badodekar, Pandit Savai Gandharva, Gangubai Hangal, and of course Bharat Ratna Pandit Bhimsen Joshi. I will include some of these singers in today's A Song a Day list. Now let's talk about Raga Kedar. Raga Kedar is one of the oldest ragas, a vintage one as some musicians call it, as all genres of vocal and instrumental music finds a special place for this rag. Drupad, Dhamar, Khayal, Thumri, Tappa, Ghazal, folk tunes of all regions and many more forms are found in this rag. Officially, this rag belongs to Kalyan That. That seems a little bit controversial because this rag uses both madhyams, both mas, and some musicians use both nishads, ni, as well. Some suggest that the use of Komal Nishad in pure Kedar makes it Chandni Kedar, a different rag. Most of the film music that is more guided by the situation and lyrics tend to use Komal Nishad a lot. Anyhow, we will look at it both ways, but going back to it being Kalyan That, this rag seems to be an odd one as Kalyan That does not have Komal Ni either. Komal Ni and Shuddha Ma, they both do not exist in Kalyan That. But we'll go with what most scholars have classified this rag as Kalyan That rag. Let me repeat that statement from the last 2 weeks, third time in this series. Rag Yaman is such a complete rag that all other rags of Kalyan That sound manufactured, synthesized, made up, or fabricated. This statement gets more and more profound with the next few episodes, my friends. Kedar is one of these rags that are forced into Kalyan That. There is no existence of Tivra Ma in Aru. There is Shuddha Ma, and the structure is so strict and manufactured or fabricated that all the bandishes and compositions sound very similar to each other, sometimes even the same. Well, that makes it easier, that makes it very easy for a listener to recognize this rag. This is easy to recognize for even an untrained ear. That is the bonus point. Just to give you an example, let me go to my Baitak and harmonium.
Aroh of Rag Kedar. Sama pa na ni sa. Some scholars recommended Aroh as Sama pa ma pa da ni da pa ma pa sa. Avroh sa ni da pa ma pa ma pa ma re sa. Now listen to some most popular songs. You will hear Aroh and Avroh in most of these songs, most of these compositions. Most of the songs will have the same tune, just different lyrics. Here we go. हमको मन की शक्ति देना, दर्शन दो घनश्याम, आप यूं ही अगर हमसे मिलते रहें. One more. बोले तो बांसुरी कहीं.
So this rag gives me something or makes me say something in the defense of new composers. No wonder the new composers of film do not even want to try to compose anything in Kedar. If they do, people will blame them for plagiarism, copying. As it is, they are always blamed for stealing music. Poor new composers. Feel sorry for them, but look at the above songs, also the old ones. People appreciated these songs even though they were created from all old bandishes of classical music. Well, let's get into technical details. Aroh of this rag, as you also can see it on the screen, is Sama Gapa with a little bit touch of Ga. Sama Pa Dha Ni Sa. Thus, there is no Re, and Ga is more of a slide note or a grace note. There is no Tivrama in Aroh, and if we include grace note Ga, then there are 6 notes in Aroh, thus making it Shada in Aroh, but we do not count G in general, and that's why this is a pentatonic aroh for Raga Kedar. Avroha for Raga Kedar is sa ni dha pa tivra ma pa shuddha ma, again grace note, ga pa ma re sa, sa ni dha pa tivra ma pa ma re sa. Again, in Avroh, the use of ga is as a grace note, rarely used, or alpaswar. Many count this as a Shadav Swarup, but generally with Aroha and Avroha, Shadav Sampurna Jati is more or less accepted. Now some very important facts. The notation of this rag does not do justice to it. There is no notation system in the world that can justify the movement or chalan of this rag. The best way to learn about this rag is from a teacher, and to learn to appreciate is by listening to the special characteristics of this rag. Let us talk about it, and let me sing to you to justify what I'm saying.
Number 1. Mean from dha to ma is the heart of this rag. The way it is expressed is ma pa da pa ma sa ma ma pa ma pa da pa ma. Number 2. Ga is used lightly in Alpa Swarup, rarely. Sama ga pa pa. You sing it like this in the mid Swarup. Sama pa ma pa da pa ma pa ma re sa. Number 3. Komal ni. It is also used alpa, rarely, but has to be used like this. Ma pa da ni dha pa ma pa da pa sa sa da da ni da pa ma pa da ma. Both ma can be used, but have to be used in avroh, like pa ma ma. Another way is by executing a mean through dha, like dha pa tivra ma ma. Dha pa ma ma or ma ma pa with touch of ga. Ma ma pa. Ga as grace note. Point number 5. Nyas swar are ma, shuddha ma, which is a vadi swar of this rag. And sa, which is samvadi. Nyas on pa is allowed. Dha and ni are never used as nyas swar. Sa ma pa. Even though ma is vadi, we don't stop on sa ma. Rarely you do. Sa ma pa ma pa da pa ma pa sa ga ni da
So these are the rules that must be followed to keep the rag pure. Any deviation from this results in performance in one of the 13 variations of Kedar. Next is a demo song. My friend and excellent tabla player Surendra Mistry composed this ghazal with me a while back. This CD was released in 1997 when the DAW technology, digital audio workstation technology, was brand new. Days of Windows 95, Windows 97. Most of the sound cards could handle only 2 audio channels. Most of the DAWs could handle only 1 audio channel. It is a recording from those days, but you will immediately be able to tell that it sounds like one of those 5 songs that I sang for you just a few minutes ago. The reasoning is very simple. With all the 5,000, 50,000, 5 million rules that I explained for the rag, it becomes very difficult to go beyond the framework. This is one of the reasons why new composers stay away from this rag. Well, let's listen to this old composition of Surendra Mistry and me. The poet is one of our friends and gurus who gave us a lot of lessons on how to deliver a sher and how to properly pronounce some of the Urdu words. Mr. Professor Dr. Omar Khurshid of Houston, Texas. I hope you like this ghazal.
जो सांस शिकस्ता हूँ मिलाया नहीं जाता, जो सांस शिकस्ता हूँ मिलाया नहीं जाता, नगमा जो अधूरा अधूरा हो वो गाया नहीं जाता, जो सांस शिकस्ता हो मिलाया नहीं जाता, जो सांस सिखाता है कि हो खुद से भी ऊंचे, मज़हब तो सिखाता है कि हो खुद से भी ऊंचे, मज़हब के लिए खुद को गिराया नहीं जाता, नगमा जो अधूरा हो इंसान को मिलता है सारा। इंसान से इंसान को मिलता है सारा। एहसान कभी करके जताया नहीं जाता। नगमा जो अधूरा हो, नगमा जो अधूरा हो, वो गाया नहीं जाता। जो साज खुर्शीद अभी दिन है, चलो लौट भी आओ। खुर्शीद अभी दिन है, चलो लौट भी आओ। घर देर गए रात को जाया नहीं जाता। नगमा जो अधूरा हो, नगमा जो अधूरा हो, वो गाया नहीं जाता। जो साज शिकस्ता हो, मिलाया नहीं जाता। जो साज।
Welcome back, my friends. I hope you like this, one of our old recordings. Yes, if the song sounded like one of those old film songs, then you were right. Kedar is one of the easiest rag to recognize, but very difficult for a composer to create something absolutely new unless they mix some other rag. Let's now go over a song a day list. Today's list includes a ghazal, a few vocal performances from Kirana, Gharana, and a few instrumental numbers. Let us begin a song a day list with a ghazal that is considered to be written by one of the pioneer poets, Wali Dakhni. Tujh lab ki Sifat. It is in Raga Kedar, that is performed by Abida Perveen. Number 2, I have the doyen of Kirana, Gharana, Padma Vibhushan Pandit Bhimsen Joshi performing at Lakshmi Vilas Palace in Vadodara, the old Baroda State Palace. It is only about 8 or 9 minute long performance of Raga Kedar that I still call a power performance by Pandit ji. Number 3 is again a very popular singer from Kirana, Gharana performing Raga Kedar live, Dr. Prabha Atre. As a final track in vocal music in Raga Kedar, I have a young artist from Kirana, Gharana that is carrying the tradition forward with one of the most popular bandishes of Raga Kedar, Kanha Nandan. This young and promising singer is Jayateertha Mevundi. Next 2 sessions would be instrumental music starting with Ustad Amjad Ali Khan introducing Raga Kedar first by singing and then playing it on Sarod. This is also a very good example to show how most of the instruments follow the style of singing. It's a short 7-minute piece that you must listen to. Finally, I have a rare recording by an artist who was single-handedly responsible for introducing Bansuri to Hindustani music. Pandit Pannalal Ghosh performing Raga Kedar on flute or Bansuri. Friends, with that, let us end today's session on Raga Kedar and Kirana Gharana of Gaiki. Next week we will talk about Agra Gharana of Gaiki and Rag Hamir. I hope you enjoyed today's session and hope you will join the next one. Again, just as a courtesy, let me remind you to please like this video, comment on it, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you again, and I'll see you again next week. Until then, take care.